Welcome to Learn English for Life.
Hello, James. What are you doing? Are not you supposed to be in class now?
Good morning, teacher. Yeah, but my teacher is late today. I came here to buy something to drink.
Oh, I see. Well, I also came here to buy something to eat. I'm in my break.
Okay, teacher. Now that we have a little time, I need you to help me with something, please.
Sure. I think we have some minutes. What can I do for you, James?
Well, I did not do well on my last exam. In fact, I got one of the lowest grades.
I'm surprised. When you were my student, you were one of the best in the class.
I'm good at speaking, listening, and writing, but I have some issues at grammar, teacher.
Yeah, I remember you did not do well in grammar. You used to make a lot of mistakes.
Exactly. I am still making many mistakes in grammar. Help me, please.
Of course, James. Let's start by identifying where you are having the most trouble. What specific grammar topics do you find difficult?
I think I have problems with tenses, especially when to use past simple and present perfect. Also, I get confused with subject-verb agreements sometimes.
Those are common issues, but we can work on them. Let's start with tenses. Can you give me an example sentence where you find it difficult to choose the correct tense?
Sure. For example, I have seen that movie last week. I know it's wrong, but I'm not sure why.
You are right, that sentence is incorrect. Last week refers to a specific time in the past, so you should use the past simple tense. The correct sentence would be, I saw that movie last week.
Oh, I see. So, present perfect is used for actions that happened at an unspecified time?
Exactly. Present perfect is used for actions that happened at an unspecified time before now, or when the focus is on the result rather than the time. For example, I have seen that movie implies you have the experience of seeing it, but does not specify when.
Got it. I think I understand the difference better now. What about subject-verb agreement?
Subject-verb agreement means that the subject and verb in a sentence must agree in number. For example, he runs is correct because he is singular and runs is the singular form of the verb. They run is correct because they is plural and run is the plural form of the verb.
Sometimes I get confused with words like everyone or nobody. Are they singular or plural?
Good question. Words like everyone, nobody, someone, and each are singular, so they take a singular verb. For example, everyone is here and nobody knows the answer.
Ah, that makes sense. I was treating them as plural sometimes. Thank you, teacher.
You are welcome, James. Keep practicing, and you will get better. Do you have any other questions?
Not right now, but can I come to you if I have more questions later?
Of course, James. I'm always here to help. Just let me know.
Thanks a lot, teacher. I really appreciate it.
James, I recommend a couple of things to help you with grammar. Try using online grammar exercises and quizzes. They can be very helpful for practice.
That sounds like a good idea. Do you have any websites in mind?
Yes, there are a few good ones. Grammarly has some useful tools, and websites like Purdue OWL and English Page offer great exercises. Also, apps like Duolingo and Babbel can be helpful for practicing grammar in context.
I will check those out. Thanks for the recommendations.
No problem. Also, it might help to read more in English. Pay attention to how sentences are structured and how tenses are used. Reading books, articles, or even watching English shows with subtitles can be very beneficial.
I like that idea. I do watch a lot of English shows, but I have not been paying much attention to the grammar. I will start doing that.
Great! It's a fun way to learn and can make a big difference. And don't forget to practice speaking and writing as much as you can. The more you use the language, the more natural it will become.
I will definitely try to do that. Thanks for all the tips, teacher.
You are welcome, James. Remember, consistency is key. A little practice every day can lead to big improvements over time.
I will keep that in mind.
James, let's make sure you have a clear plan to improve your grammar. Besides using online resources and reading more, it might be useful to set some specific goals. For example, you could aim to learn and practice one new grammar rule each week.
That's a good idea. Breaking it down into smaller goals will make it easier to manage. I will start with the tenses we talked about today.
Perfect. Focus on understanding the rules and then practice them through exercises and in your writing. Another effective method is to write short paragraphs or journal entries and then review them for grammatical accuracy.
I can do that. Maybe I will start a journal and write a little each day. That way, I can practice regularly.
That's an excellent approach. Writing daily will help reinforce what you learn and give you a chance to apply grammar rules in context. You can even ask a friend or use an online tool to check your work for mistakes.
I will ask one of my friends who is good at English to help me. They can review my writing and point out any mistakes.
That's a great idea. Peer feedback can be very helpful. Additionally, consider joining an English study group or finding a language exchange partner. Practicing with others can provide you with immediate feedback and help you learn from different perspectives.
I had not thought about that. I will look into joining a study group. It might be fun to learn with others.
Absolutely. It can make the learning process more engaging and less solitary. Plus, explaining grammar rules to others can reinforce your own understanding.
That makes sense. Teaching someone else can really help solidify what you know.
Exactly. Another tip is to immerse yourself as much as possible. Surround yourself with English by listening to podcasts, watching videos, and reading articles on topics that interest you. The more exposure you have, the more natural grammar will become.
I like listening to podcasts, so I will start doing that more often. Any recommendations?
Sure, there are plenty of great podcasts for learning English. Try ESL Pod, The English We Speak by BBC, and All Ears English. These are specifically designed for English learners and cover various aspects of the language, including grammar.
I will check those out. They sound like they could be really helpful.
They are. And don't hesitate to pause and replay sections to understand better or take notes. Also, consider setting up a routine where you dedicate a specific time each day for grammar study.
That sounds like a good plan. I will set aside some time in the evening for my grammar practice.
Consistency is key. Even 15 to 20 minutes a day can make a big difference over time. Lastly, don't get discouraged by mistakes. They are a natural part of the learning process. Focus on progress, not perfection.
I will remember that. It's easy to get frustrated, but I will try to stay positive and keep practicing.
That's the spirit, James. Learning a language takes time and effort, but with dedication and the right strategies, you will see improvement. And I'm here if you ever need more help or have questions.
Thank you, teacher. You have given me a lot of useful advice, and I feel more confident about improving my grammar now.
I'm glad to hear that, James. Remember, I'm always here to support you. Don't hesitate to reach out whenever you need assistance.
I will. Thanks again for everything. Have a great day, teacher.
You too, James. Keep up the good work and stay motivated. Goodbye.
Goodbye.